What's going on, YouTube? Welcome in. Today we got an absolutely beautiful build for you. It's been quite some time since we actually built in this case. We built it quite a while ago. I think almost a year ago. Today we're building in the beautiful Montech Sky 2 in Monaco blue. It's got this absolutely stunning blue character. It's kind of like a flat matte, but it looks really good. And today we're going white and blue themed. And with that white and blue theme, we've got the beautiful X670E Gaming Plus Wi-Fi coming in from MSI. We built this board a few weeks ago. It's white and it's got a little bit of like a cyan blue aesthetic on the board. Looks absolutely killer. We're powering it all with the 7800X3D. We have 32 gigs of 6000 CL30 RAM coming in from TEAMGROUP. We're cooling it with the LS720 coming in from Deepcool. We've got a 2 terabyte NVMe drive, and on top of it, we're putting in one of the best cards you can possibly buy, the RTX 4070 Ti Super. Not just any one of those. We've got the Gaming OC TUF version in white. That's all right. You got the beautiful gaming TUF card from Asus in white. Looks absolutely killer. And we're powering it with the PX1000G coming in from Deepcool, which is a beautiful white power supply as well, ATX 3.0 that we need for this beautiful GPU. Absolutely stunning build. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button if you like this build and help us with the algorithm over here on YouTube. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well if you want to see more beautiful PCs that we build here on YouTube. Or if you want to catch us live on a raw like it is right now, you can join us any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday over our Twitch channel. We build at 10 a.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/stints, and we hope to see you soon. Look at this absolutely beautiful wall of parts. I mean, huge. All right, everything down off the top. Get our power supply out of the way. Let's get started on today's build. All right, whoo, I love this board. I always love this board. This chat, it's kind of like a silver white. They look really good, especially with the blue. Okay, motherboard today is the X670E coming in from MSI. This is the Gaming Plus. Beautiful motherboard today. 7800X3D is going to go down in the slot. Let's take a look at the socket, make sure we're looking good. No bent pins. No bent pins. Down here we go, the 7800X3D. Right in the socket. Latched in place. There we go. Our NVMe drive. We have a 2 terabyte KC3000 today going in our primary slot. Trying to get the cell fan off this here, and they're a little sticky. They stick with the thermal pad really good on this board. 2 terabyte drive going down in today, KC3000. All opened up. Down here we go with the KC3000 drive. And down and latched in, there it is. All good there. Got our thermal pad off the back of this one. We have this all secured. Before we move on to our cooler standoffs. All right, next is going to be our standoffs for the cooler. Okay, we have the LS720 coming in from Deepcool. Your low torque screwdrivers to get these factory retention clips out. Get our screws that we need for our standoffs in place. We do not need the TR4 screws. We'll get these out of the way. Put our factory clips as well into this bag to save. Our AM4, AM5 screws down in the sockets. There. We'll also have our factory retention clips off. Let's get our RAM out next, chat. Today we have Team Delta RGB. Put this sideways. You already put our beautiful white RAM in today from TEAMGROUP and the Delta RGB. There it is. Beautiful white Delta RGB RAM, 6000 CL30. Just one in, and two, all in. There it is. Everything is assembled here on the motherboard. Again, we have the X670E Gaming Plus coming in from MSI, 7800X3D down the socket. Our standoffs are now in place for the LS720 coming in from Deepcool. We have 6000 CL30 RAM and 32 gigs coming in from Team in the Delta RGB. And then down our primary NVMe slot here, we have a 2 terabyte KC3000 drive. Let's slide this aside and let's start working on our case, which I know everybody's excited to see today, the Sky 2 coming in from Montech in Monaco blue, as they call it. But there it is. Sky 2 today, guys. I know you guys are excited to see this one. Let's get it opened up so we can start working on it. Get these fans out of the way and we'll get the motherboard mounted. RGB hub out of the way. We won't be utilizing this today, so we're gonna get this out of the way. Let's just take up space in the back of the case. We can zip tie other cables and things like that. So we're gonna get this out of the way. Start working on the fans, get these all taken out that we don't need. We're replacing these with some nice old white fans today. The white and blue aesthetic. It's a nice case. It's a nice case, not super expensive, really nice. Build quality is really nice as well. The different color you don't see very often, which is really nice to see. And builds. All right, let's be nice. Let's give 2 extra fans today. Let's be nice. All right, we're gonna do the bottom fans today. Gonna go right here. Okay, we're gonna top down, guys. Get started on this. Let's get our motherboard down and in. Again, yeah, this is pretty close to what the front is. White balance might be a smidge off on the top one right now. It gets reset quite a bit because of the power of this camera. Get our motherboard screws, ATX standoffs, these extended ATX standoffs, interesting. There it is, chat, there's the motherboard all in. All right, now let's start working on our bottom fans and our side fans. So we're gonna work on the bottom fans next. All right, there they are. There's those beautiful fans. Next, we're working on our 3 other fans now. Our side fans and our exhaust fan. All right, there we go, chat. We'll run close up. Fans are connected now. Look at that, that's beautiful. Let's get the front panel connections before we move on to the power supply. 7800X3D is the fastest. So the thing about the 7950 is when people get the 7950, they get that because they think they get 16 cores. You still only get the original 8 cores for gaming, and then you just get still get the original 6, and then you have just 8 just cores that aren't V-cached. So like the value really is in the 7800X3D if you're going to be doing gaming. The only reason you want the 7950X3D is for productivity. 7900X only uses 6 cores from the V-cache, so it's actually not as powerful in gaming as the 7800X3D, which is kind of wild to think about. There's 2 USB 3.0 headers on this board, which is really nice, but we should have plugged that in first. All right, next let's get our Type-C, our front panel headers, and our Type-C. Here it is. Show what we're working on. We're working on our front panel connections, our USBs, our front panel headers going in next before we move on to the power supply. The only thing about this case is it gets pretty tight back here. So I was trying to get everything kind of managed before we move the power supply in. Luckily, we got flat cables today, so they're pretty manageable. These are connectors to power our system, which are nice and hidden by this little fan, the fans here. I added a couple extra fans for you on this one too, by the way. I added 2 fans on the bottom here that are white. I know we said 3. I gave you a couple extra. I also upgraded your GPU and your motherboard today. 1000-watt PXG today from Deepcool. It's a white PSU to go with the aesthetic of today's build. What did we upgrade? We upgraded. I gave you more fans. I upgraded your power supply to a white PXG, which is all white power supply. The board to XX70E in the gaming. It's got blue accents on the motherboard. It's like silverish white with blue accents. And then I also got it to a white GPU too. So we added fans, upgraded power supply, and we also upgraded the GPU. Give you a couple more goodies. All right, color combo is fire. I wasn't sure how I feel about it at first, now I love it. There we go. CPU, 24-pin main, CPU 2. We'll need a SATA, and then where's our 12-volt high power? Where are you? Hello? There it is. All cables we'll need. All these other cables right here, we're gonna put in the motherboard box. All right, so you just got your PC from us here at Stintsville. It's all assembled. It's missing the graphics card. Typically, we're shipping a lot of our PCs with the graphics card removed. It's in a box. On top of your box, we'll have a little video on how to put it in. I guide you through actually how to put it in. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. You also get your motherboard box that comes with your system. This is exactly what it's already installed, but you'll get it. You'll be like, why'd I get it? It's not assembled. It's assembled. We just put all the extra cables and goodies and everything down in here in the motherboard box. So you guys have that. Extra cables, your power cable. Usually the only thing you're gonna need out here is A, your power cable, black or white, depending on what pound of system you get. And then also you're gonna need your Wi-Fi adapter, which is usually either gonna be 2 antennas like this or something you can put on top of your case just like that. That's all you're really gonna need from your motherboard box. You just put all your manuals, extra cables, things like that are all gonna go in there. It's something for you to keep if you ever need it. Add things on your, here we go with all our cables. Start working on everything down here. It's gonna be the fun part, chat, because this is it's gonna get pretty tidy back here. Case is a little small, a little tight, a little crampy, but we're gonna get it in there. All right, let's get these cables in, chat. Up and over. It's our power, our EPS for our CPU, 1 and 2. Next, we have to work on our rear HD audio really quick, chat. Go, HD audio's in. All right, next we're gonna work on our 24-pin main. It's tight, a lot of cables back there at the main channel. That's good, there's our EPS. We have down all our SATA right here. SATA's gonna plug in for our RGB here in just a few minutes. All right, so next we have to work on getting those RGB cables ran. Right on the bottom is pretty good to go. System fan headers, we're gonna use the top. The bottom gets a little too messy with all the cables down here, so we're gonna use the top fan headers here in a minute. There we go. So you can see where the cable manager's at so far, looking good. Let's start working on our RGB. Everything we need. Push all the way back in the basement, all good there. All right, we are on to the cooler. A lot of cable management in this one, yes. So I'd say that's the pain. Other than that, it's really nice. It's actually really, really nice, baby. It's a really solid system specs, performance. You're gonna have some serious frames in whatever games you play. All right, our Both fans are connected. And start working on the cable management of these in a minute. Second chat. All right, it's all in there. Awesome. Let's work on getting these cables moved around. We're gonna get this pump mounted really quick, chat. All right, nice and secure. All good there. All right. Run these cables up and over. Okay. All right, chat, let me get some of these screws in really quick. There we go. All right, there we go. Spin this way as you guys can see it from close up. All right. The only thing that potentially could have made this system a little bit better was going with like the Strix board through the TUF card. But it's absolutely beautiful. Like, this is a beautiful system. All right, get the GPU out. It's gonna be a thick boy. Dylan, close your eyes, because you're gonna want this GPU, brother. That right there is nice. That white TUF is yummy. Yeah, this GPU looks really good in white. They did it justice. They really made, because the Strix is just so expensive, this is pretty well priced compared to the Strix and performs really similar. You have a little bit less RGB, but it accents the builds amazing, and the TUF coolers are like some of the best in the game. The Strix is obviously the best cooler in the game, but the TUF cooler is not far behind it, and for the price, we're saving like $200 on a Strix card. We're getting white, you know, and a very pretty white card at that. Like, that looks really nice. The side profile is really clean. The top, it's got the TUF branding, but it's really nice. Yeah, I love the TUF card. They make the Dill. They make the Eagle now in white. By the way, they just came out with it. Gigabyte just came out with a white GPU. They just announced them. We don't have them yet. We're gonna try and get some soon. It's a 2-slot card, so we're gonna get our 2 slots out that we need here. 4070 Ti Super from Asus in the TUF OC white. Perfect timing for a thunk too. 3, 2, 1. There it is. This board's got really good support. I mean, look at this, chat. That's a heavy card. That's not moving. This Gaming Plus board has the new reinforced slots that came out with because it's a brand new board. So they did a different reinforcement on the MSI boards. Look at that. Dude, try and shake. It doesn't move. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's really sturdy. That's impressive. There won't be any need for like a GPU support bracket. It's a beautiful card too. You're like, yeah, I want it. Ryan's got an all-white system, so he probably wants it. All right. And we go with the power cable. Deepcool PX1000G today. Easy in. There it is. Slide our cables off the side. There it is, chat. That thing is done. Because the white fans that we use are beautiful and they're not super expensive. Like Deepcool's fans, we talk about all the time. They're really, really, really efficient. They're really powerful. They move good air. They're beautiful. They sync well with every RGB program. Yeah, we're literally right at that, shipped out the door. Right at that price, shipped out the door. Glass sits right here, right by the cable. So it's perfect. It's actually, this aesthetic and this build fits this case really well. I like it. I wasn't sure I was gonna feel about the white and the blue, but I like the black in it. The black looks slick too. But I was like, all right, and because Austin told me, he's like, Booby wants to do the Montech Sky 2 with a white out in it. I was like, what? Okay, it's different. And I can vibe with it. I can dig it. All right, we get all the panels back on. Exclamation point light up in chat from Booby chat. You ready to boot up this beautiful PC for Booby? Boot up the PC for Booby. There we go.
Guys, thanks for coming in and liking another video here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button, help us with the algorithm. Make sure people find us and see all the beautiful PCs we build. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we build these systems live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. Come over, hang out, chat it up with us, watch us build beautiful PCs for everybody in the community. And remember, let's go.